You and I may be suffering pain today, but take joy today to know that God has set a limit for your suffering. Let's look at Psalm 129, verses 3 and 4, where the psalmist writes, Plowmen have plowed my back and made their furrows long, but the Lord is righteous. He has cut me free from the cords of the wicked. Striking visual images in the psalm. The picture here is the wicked running their plow over the back of the righteous, with the wicked having no mercy. They have their furrows long, that they start at the top and run the full length of the back. This image tells us that Israel's pain was real and her suffering had been intense, but God cut Israel free from the cords of the wicked. He cut the ropes that pull the plow and set Israel free from her oppressors. We read in Psalm 124, verse 7, the snare has been broken. In Psalm 125, verse 3, the scepter of the wicked will not remain. What do all these images, cutting the cords of the plow, broken snare, and broken scepter, that God has set a limit for your suffering, that your pain is temporary, and the wicked will not always rule over the righteous? 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13 tells us that God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way so that you can stand under it. The word translated tempted in this verse can also mean tested. Whether you are being tempted by sin or tested by pain, God is faithful and He will not let you be tested beyond what you can bear. God will eventually cut the cords of the wicked. Not simply untie them, which would mean they could be tied up again, but He will permanently cut the cords, setting you free from whatever pain you're currently experiencing. God has set a limit for your suffering, and we can persevere because God is faithful and because Christ endured and overcame for us. The prophet Isaiah foretold these sufferings when he wrote in Isaiah 50 verse 6, I offered my back to those who beat me, my cheeks to those who pulled out my beard. I did not hide my face from mocking and spitting. Isaiah 53 verse 5 says, But He was pierced for our transgressions, He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon Him, and by His wounds we are healed. The word translated wound in Isaiah 53 can also be translated as stripes and may refer to the stripes or deep furrows cut into Jesus' back by the cruel whips of the soldiers. By Christ's wounds, by His stripes, we are healed. Jesus suffered extreme pain voluntarily for us. He persevered through the pain to pay the penalty of our sins so that we could be saved. Remember, dears, beloved, Jesus' suffering helps us to learn to persevere through the pain in our lives. And because He overcame, we will overcome. Be blessed.